The Pacific Northwest, you kind of, if you're born and raised there, you kind of, and you leave for a while, you really appreciate what's there. And I wanted to be closer to home, and I just made the decision. I want to try to go back. In the end, probably one of the best decisions of my life. Couldn't be the 3 years I had here were 3 years that I'll never forget, and probably my 3 most memorable years. I mean, that season I didn't really do a whole lot, just kind of going through the motions sort of thing, and finishing 15th, 20th throughout the year, struggling with my game. And I mean, what it took there was just a simple key. You know, you hit the driving range, and we were practicing a lot, and I just had a key that seemed to be working, and the ball was going straight. I was hitting it great, my putting was feeling great, and just ignites that confidence in you. And then when you get a confident player, you know, he's going to be tough to beat. He feels like he can beat anybody. So that was kind of the case for that. And the last round was probably the peak of that confidence, and enabled me to shoot the last round that I did. When you're in the zone, you aren't thinking. There isn't an overriding mindset or cerebral thing going on. It's the fact that it's just clear. That's probably the biggest key. And it's tough to get in that zone. It's not something you can really just do. It just sort of happens. And it happens when you're confident, really. You're not thinking about, oh, we'll get trouble right, oh, I've been missing right, I've been, you know, kind of overhooking the ball. It's just, oh, there's a pin. My ball's going to that pin. It just happens. You know, I was 6 shots back going the last round. And walking up to the clubhouse before the round, you know, Matt looks over at me and says, you know, you could win this tournament. I was like, yeah, I know that. But at that point where the team was sitting, I just wanted to play for the team, because we had a good chance of, I think first was out of reach because Georgia was running away with it, but we had a good chance to move up the leaderboard. I'm not sure what we started the last round, maybe 6th, 6th or 7th. But there was definitely space for us to move up and have a great finish. But without that team, you know, who knows what happens in the last round for me too. I might just be like, oh, well, we'll give it a shot. But with that, knowing that if it was either 67 or 69, 68, 67, which wouldn't have won me the tournament, but that could have had a great impact for the team, you know. And then it became a 63, and it was great for everybody. It probably meant, I mean, I don't want to say a lot, but it meant something, definitely. I think it wasn't too long after I'd won the NCAAs. It was that same summer. So it kind of reaffirmed me that I was actually doing things right and playing well. So it was nice to kind of back up the NCAA with that, and give the NCAA win a little more meaning and a little more oomph, I guess, if you wanted to call it that. But I mean, you look what's happening now with the program too. There's just player and tournament after tournament that just adds more to this program. It's just a small piece to win to win the U.S. amateur medalists and the NCAAs, and it takes a lot of pieces to make that a full pie where a recruiter looks at it and says that is the program. And right now I think it is pretty full. When I was in the recruiting process, looking at schools and seeing the names that were there and schools that were recruiting me, like, oh, he went there, that just adds that legitimacy to the school. So I don't know what my name being in there will do for other players looking to come to Washington, but I think maybe the BC guys for sure. And I mean, it depends what I do in the future also. If I'm, you know, winning Masters and U.S. Opens, then of course the impact of having my name in the book goes up. But there was quite a few players that I noticed in the record book too, with like Brock McKenzie. I actually played a lot of golf with, amateur golf with, so those names definitely have a deep impact.